Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another siege battle here in Rome 2. And today we are at Ancyra, everyone's favorite settlement to attack or defend. This one is sent in to us by Emperor Kandikatsu. So let's go over the players on the field of battle, quickly go over the army comps that we can see, and then we'll get right into it. So, attacking, we have Emperor Kandikatsu playing as Arverni and Random Name as Tylus, and defending, we have Max the Demented playing as Boei and Kronos playing as Seleucid. So, let's see, what's Tylus working with here? Okay, we got some Celtic warriors, Gallothrician infantry. All right, yep. I should really use Tireless more, or at least try to play with them online more, because I never actually used the Gallo-Thracian infantry, but they're not that bad of a unit. All right, what else has he got? We got some travel warriors. Got a ballista, or Gallo-Thracians. Some Levy, 3 units of Levy Freeman. He's up against Boei and Seleucid. I don't think he needed to bring that many spear units if he's worried about a sally out, but, you know. Here's what it is, and he is 3 mercenary Thracian peltas. So we went with the peltas instead of the slingers. In the back, we got some more tribal warriors, and then a Oathsworn general. Arverni is rocking some noble horses. There's Jen. Of course, we got the Gallic hunters. Looks like we got a bunch of Celtic warriors, and then another unit of heavy horse, and then chosen swords. Okay, and that's it. I mean, we can see some Hillmen from Seleucid, and it looks like that maybe both Seleucid and Boei forgot to properly deploy their wall artillery, which is unfortunate, but it does happen sometimes. Your mind wanders elsewhere, and then you forget. Well, what are you going to do? All right, let's get this underway, shall we? So, because their wall artillery, unless of course Seleucid and or Boei is going to move them around, isn't where it should be, Tylus should be able to move his tribal warriors and Gallothrician infantry away so he can start taking some shots. We got some Thurio spears right here. Now this is usually the typical place where people like to put their ballista, or at least one team likes to put their ballista, mainly because it's a nice straight shot right down the middle, and of course lots of people, rather units usually end up congregating around in this area so you can get some free shots. Now if you're wondering how you get this to just randomly fire at this, that, and the other thing, hold back is... Well, I guess he pulled it back because he didn't need to, right? Because there's no artillery there. To have them, like, random to, like, fire at the ground, so to speak, you would hold left alt, and then you would just click, right-click, and that'll get them to fire at the ground. You can see some Celtic warriors from Boei. And that's about it. Slowly but surely, Arverni's moving up. Tylus is moving his rear towers up, and then... I'm gonna guess that once they even up a little bit, that maybe these ones will start to push forward as well. Tylus has actually shifted over his troops again. He's probably worried again about the potential for artillery to shoot at his men. What we got back here? Some Persian light archers. Persian lights, huh? Well, that doesn't mean that he doesn't have 2 Syrians, you know? Oh, he's got some pikemen. We got some light horse over here. So that's kind of been spoiled. And now, oh, he's taking some shots. Gonna fire into the light horse and the Persian light archers. He's not using flame shot though. Hopefully he'll change that soon. Got some hillmen here. They're gonna get absolutely obliterated. Holy. Chevroned one of them up, but yeah, these Celtic warriors are going to have a field day with them. Naked warriors in the front line, probably not the best of ideas.
Get running!
I mean, they had great melee defense, great, you know, charge bonus, melee attack, and weapon damage isn't too bad. But they're, oh god, they're more of like a shock unit, you know? And hopefully Arverni will notice these units here, and he'll be able to start taking care of them, shooting at them. Oh, he's still shooting just standard shot, but he's going after the general. Ooh, look, it's not exactly the most kosher thing to do right off the bat. Usually you like to give like a couple minutes before you actually start attacking the general, you know? Gen sniping right off the bat, in my opinion, is kind of bad etiquette. Because all you need is, wow, he's got a lot of Thurio spear, doesn't he? This, honestly, this is, it's not, and they're on auto fire too. This is bad. Lucid's gonna take a beating. Oh, this is a short match. We're already down to 20 minutes and 35 seconds. Yep, so here we go. So I'm guessing that these Celtic Warriors are going to drop right here, probably. And then the Gallic Hunters are going to take some side shots into the Naked Warriors. Not that you need to take side shots, because, you know, they're naked, they don't have any armor, so they're easy to get rid of. But yep, that's exactly what he's going for. This unit's going to melt pretty quickly, and I have a feeling that Boyai's defense is... Ah, yeah, good. Now you're using Flaming Shot. Boyai's defense is going to collapse, at least in the front over here, relatively quickly. Relatively fast. So we got, what, 2 units of pikes. Hopefully they don't waste too much of their ammo. Again, yeah, these helmet are losing pretty readily. Ooh, nah, he's not going to get anything, unfortunately. Yeah, these guys are just... unfortunate waste of money. Moved over some Celtic Warriors. They'll do a little bit better against the Archers, of course. Now he's pulling back. His Naked Warriors, they're already down to 110 men. These guys are routing. They'll come back, though. More Naked Warriors. Jeez, man. How many Naked Warriors does this guy have? He has 3? I think I saw them back here, too, didn't I? Maybe not. Celtic Warriors. Tyrus is finally making his way up to the walls. Kind of taking his time. It's alright, though. Hopefully these guys are no longer on auto fire, but even still, geez, so many Thurio spears. Look, I love Thurio spears, right? Like, I used to not like them that much, but they're actually incredibly useful, incredibly helpful. They can get a lot of kills if you use them correctly, and if you get them into the right type of situations and whatnot. Put his Naked Warriors back in. But up against some Celtic Warriors, and especially this Gallo-Thracian infantry, they're not gonna have a good time. Oh, why are you shooting regular shot again? Oh, that's why it's Emperor Candy Katsu. That's Arverni. He's shooting fire shot. Meanwhile, Dacia, or Tyrus, isn't. Well, he's got 117 kills, so... I mean... he would definitely have more if he was using Flaming Shot, but that is what it is. Look at this. Front line of helmet is broken. Arverni's going to be able to get around and get into the backs or sides of these units. Of course, they're going to have to engage these Naked Warriors and Celtic Warriors. But look at this. Gallic Hunters moving up, getting ready. Going to start firing into this blob right here, aiding their Celtic Warrior counterparts. And then Bolyai is not going to have too good of a time here. Again, more Hellman breaking is going to allow Tyrus to just filter on through here and get into the sides of these Thurio spears. Thorax Sword's going to charge forward, however, and start to impede their progress. However, now I think would be the time. Ooh, look at that. Coming out with the unit Light Horse. I think that's probably the only unit that he has of Cav. Which, if you wanted to sally out, that's all well and good, but should have brought at least, you know, 2 or 3, not just 1. You're not going to get a lot done with 1. Meanwhile, back over here, it's at 96 fire damage. Please, either dismount them or land the tower or something. You're waiting too long here. You need to land these guys. I mean, if he's trying to do a delayed attack, I can understand, but yeah, this is too close to it catching on fire. That's worrying. All right, but looks like now he's going to actually start to get his guys onto the walls. That's good, especially after Arverni has made such great progress over here. Unfortunately, however, though, some of his units are breaking. That's only because the Persian Light Archers are starting to volley in. Got to use a unit of Chosen Swords in the mix, and backed up by Tribal Warriors, so that'll be definitely a fearsome force to deal with. Light Horse looks like they're just hanging out. They're not necessarily going back in just yet. Celtic Warriors getting in the mix. Really needs to get them down here, though, as quickly as possible, so that and charge them in so that they're not using their projectiles anymore. Oh, what's going on here? This game is so ridiculous sometimes. You ask the units to do something, and then they do the absolute opposite of what you want them to do. Especially slingers. Asking slingers to attack something is always a headache, because they just seem to want to do whatever they want. 51 kills for Arverni's Ballista, and where's Arverni's? Tylus's. Oh, he looks like he's out of ammo. 144, not bad, not bad. But, yep, there it is. They're losing. Let's compare Gallifreyan Infantry to Thorax Swords, actually. So, Thorax Swords are 38, 34, 57, and 75. Gallifreyan Infantry, 34, 40. So better melee attack and weapon damage. 56 and 65. Melee defense is almost the same. Armor is 10 points lower. But still, though, the weapon damage and melee attack might give them a wee bit of an edge. Pulling back his Gallifreyan Infantry, they were, or no, just that they were not combat. Sending in another unit to swap out with, always smart to do. It's something that I never do because I am terrible at micromanaging. Back over here, we got Tribal Warriors taking on Thorio Spears. They're going to make quick work of them. I mean, this front line of Thorio Spears is just going to start to collapse pretty rapidly. It's surprising that, well, they were winning, but they aren't anymore. I mean, really, if you want them to do well, they should be in square formation. Like, that would have been your best bet, you know? Like, I would have had, let's say, 1 or 2 right here in square, and then 3 of them right here in square. If you really want them to hold for as long as possible, put them in square. It bumps up their melee defense, and they can have a little bit of a better time. Arverni is just in a straight-up grind fest. Unfortunately, I think well, it doesn't look like he probably is, actually. I could be wrong, but yeah. Still those 3 units of Chosen Swords in the back. Okay, here we go. They're starting to get into the mix. The Gallic Hunters have started falling into these Celtic Warriors. It's going to cost... Oh, there's skirmishers. Yes, they're probably out of ammo already. Surprising that he went with skirmish. Did he not take any... He didn't. I don't see any of Boei's, like, their archer units. Not that I really blame them, because they're... In my opinion, their archer unit sucks. Chosen Swords starting to break. They're getting shot at, though, by some Persian Light Archers. I got 2 of them over here, actually. I mean, maybe I'd take one of the Gallic Hunters and engage. Sword Followers are going to be a problem now. Compared to the Chosen Swords, the Sword Flowers are definitely better. 39, 40, 57, 75, 34, 40, 62, 72. 75.
Halt! Get running!
All the chosen swordsmen have better melee defense, so that a little bit better. But all right, here comes some more skirmishers running away. Ooh, Persian lights. Oh yeah, you gotta watch out. Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead and do that. You want to waste your ammo?
Warriors, move out!
Sword followers finally making their way downtown. Meanwhile, Tylus on this left flank over here is making quick work of these Thurio spears. Yeah, Seleucid's flank is in some trouble over here. He's got to get these thorax swords down there pretty quickly. Arverni's losing some troops here. He's bringing up his reserves.
Cut them down!
Charging into the sword followers with the Celtic warriors up to 83 kills. Chosen swords 109. These guys have 7. Fresh unit. Yeah, here we go. More tribal warriors making their way over. They're probably going to come up, get on the walls, and engage these thorax swords if it's at all possible. And they have an opening right here. I would send one of these tribal warrior units, or even the Gallo-Thracian infantry. We have 264 kills so far. I'd send them up. No, maybe not actually. But you do have to worry about. Oh, I give it a silver shield swordsman. That could potentially be a problem. Unless Tylus gets his Oathsworn general in here. There goes the Thurio spears. Seleucid's actually falling back a little bit. Caused him to lose some men because the Tylus throwing some jabbies into the rear. But looks like he's just kind of setting up a defensive line. But I mean, again, all you got to do is take this unit, tribal warriors, engage, and then this one is coming up on the wall. Circumnavigate the wall and then come right around. Then, of course, we got even. Oh, he's bringing his pikemen up. Persian light archers. I don't think Tylus has used any of his peltists yet, so he still has ammo, thankfully. But the pikes over here, without any type of archer backup for Tylus, not like a huge problem, especially because you can use the walls to get around, but it's still a little scary. Boy, still has a unit of Celtic. Oh, he does. He has a unit of Celtic bowmen in the back. One more unit of sword followers. Oathsworn gens moving around. Light horses charging into Gallo-Thracian infantry. They're going to start to lose. What he should do is get one of his Levy Freemen over here. Or he should, not a bad idea. No, we got the Persian light archers over here. I was going to say, put a unit of Levy Freemen over here, so that when the silver shield swordsmen start to advance, if they start to advance, they have to make a choice of whether or not they want to get jabbied into the side, while engaging tribal warriors, Gallo-Thracian infantry. Here we go. Or they go and engage Levy Freemen, but then they'll get wheel charged. They'll get wheel charged. They'll get rear charged. So I think Seleucid probably doesn't have too much left, especially if we're seeing, his silver shield swordsmen, his pikes. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in this one, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all that cool stuff. Helps out the channel, and it makes me feel like I'm king of the world, to quote Titanic. Arverni's Gen has managed to make his way in. These thorax swords are going to start to have a pretty bad day sooner or later. Honestly, if Seleucid doesn't move up his pikes at all, which who knows, he may not. After these thorax swords are finished, I would just sit there, capture the tower and then let the tower go to work on the pikes, because you know it's going to start to shoot at that, amongst other things for sure, but still. Arverni still has a unit of heavy horse. His ballista, his guys are still on his ballista, so I'm wondering if he does still have ammo. Still has 2 units of chosen swords. Tylos over here is making some pretty decent headway. Tribal warriors up against some sword followers. Bollock hunters firing. At least they were firing into the back of these sword followers for a minute. Celtic bowmen. Celtic bowmen. So he has 2 units of Celtic bowmen. Looked like I guess he had 2 units of skirmishers. Yeah, bring your peltas back. Get him out of there. Looks like Seleucid, however, might be out of ammo for most of his units, except for this one. At least 2 of his archers are done for. 105 and 110, so not too bad. Yeah, these guys are going to start to take some fire from the Persian light archers, but, excuse me. I don't think it's too much to worry about, honestly. Especially their armor isn't too bad. It's 30. So they should be able to tank a little bit. Well, actually, maybe not. I take it back. Let's see. These guys fire 157, 152. They still have some ammo left. Not much, but... What is he firing at? Oh, yeah, good target to go for. Right into the back of the sword followers and Persian light archers. Managed to dislodge these guys, and then 2 chosen swords, and Levy Freeman have a free path to get around behind this Oathsworn unit, or they can go over here, take on the Celtic bowmen, or honestly, Arverni's Gen, if they do manage to get through here, can do that. Of course, he does have to worry about the shield bearer general from Seleucid.
For our ancestors!
This has been a pretty good. This has been a good one so far.
Run, Cassio!
It like for me at least, the battle went quick, but also it was like a bit of a grind. The defenders did a fairly good job, at least stalling. Seleucid's like all Thurio spear build is. I don't think it's not like a terrible thing, but maybe I wouldn't have gone with the pikes, and maybe some hoplites or some more thorax swords, and I would have put the thorax swords in the front with the Thurio spears behind. So unfortunately, Seleucid has managed to make it far enough forward that he's keeping Tylos from capturing the tower. But again, Tylos, which Tylos should be doing, is getting a unit, especially this tribal warrior unit, get them onto the walls, scoot around the back, and charge into the rear of these thorax swords, pikemen. That's going to be their best bet. So Oathsworn Gen was forced to come over here. Sword followers falling back only because they are losing. Luckily, however, though, that will neutralize this tower. Looks like Arverni's going to catch them, thankfully. Hopefully, both of these are only one. Hopefully, he has at least a couple volleys left so he can actually fire into the sides of the Oathsworn General. It's not going to be enough to help the Chosen Swords. They're still definitely going to lose, but if you can manage to take out a couple more than what he would with the Chosen Swords just taking them on, that'd be great. Now, of course, Chosen Sword's going to charge in against the Light Horse to get a counter charge in. Try and nullify that charge from the Light Horse. Oh no, I almost thought I saw this had turned around. Could you imagine if, because clearly Seleucid and Bowie, I don't know that you can do this, but could you imagine if he realized that he could turn this around and he just started ripping shots into Tylos? This right flank would be in a much better position. And again, I don't know why Tylos isn't using the walls. Use the walls to get around, and now they're going to start to recapture the tower. Arverni, you should know better. You should tell him. You should have told him. You're more experienced probably than this guy is. You gotta help him out. Ooh, counter charge. They don't have their pikes down. Man, that was... Why did you do that? Why'd you do that? This unit's gonna break. Didn't have the pikes down yet. It's too late. It's gonna take them too long to get their pikes out. You can see that they don't even have them out yet. They're just now like getting them out, and they're gonna break. These guys are gonna fall back, but they're gonna get caught. Seleucid probably should have fallen back with his pikes. Honestly, he pushed too. He was being too aggressive. He should have fallen back and allowed Boei or his other unit of Persian light archers here that don't have any kills to assist in dealing with the Thracian Pertast, the Thracian Pertast peltasts. Now we're starting to see some mass routing from everybody here. Oathsworn unit, 152 kills, put up a valiant defense. Yeah, man, Lucid's Gen didn't even get to do anything. Yes, charge him in. He'll get that charge bonus and he'll stop breaking. You gotta throw him up in hoplite wall though. And then I pop Ray's banner and rally too. Fire him. He's gonna get. Ooh, pardon me. He's gonna get charged from the rear though. No, he's not. Never mind. I lied. Oh, there goes Boei Gen. It's gone, and that's it. Woo! That was a good one. All right. Emperor Kandikatsu with 2,394 kills. His ally being right behind him, actually. 36 for his Gen, 51 for the Ballista, 0 for his other blah, 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 blah. Heavy horse. And I've been tripping all over my tongue all today. Jesus, I can't talk worth a shit. 186, 211, 188 for his Gallic Hunters. Really well done there. Got some great positioning with them. 127, 187, 181, 186, 130, and 60 for the Celtic Warriors, and then 21, 158, 121, 120, 99, 125, and 21 for the Chosen Swords. Random name getting 2,376 kills. 2 for his General, 145 for the Ballista, 36, 84, and 56 for the Thracian Peltasts, 126, 82, and 184 for the Celtic Warriors, 337, 188, 136 for the Gallo-Thracian Infantry, 26, 63, and 10 for the Levy Freemen, and 101, 100, 34, 138, 252 for the Tribal Warriors, and 276 for the, or no, that's also Tribal Warriors. Max the Demented with 1,562 kills, 172 for his Oathsworn Gen, 39 for the Light Horse, 37, 66 for his Archers, and then 30 and 75 for the Peltasts, or the Skirmishers, rather. I mean, really, they're the same thing, aren't they? 117, 76, 114, 131, 53, 61 for his Celtic Warriors, 54, 10, 36, 69, and 50 for the Naked Warriors. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. These are definitely like late game. Enemy doesn't have any arrows left, and you can charge these into the rear of a unit that's preoccupied. And then 102, 118, and 152 for the Sword Followers. Chronos. Sorry, I took a sip of my coffee. 21 for his General. It's unfortunate. 106, 115, 49, 127 for his Archers. So pretty well done there. 17, 47, 34, 14, and 31 for the Hillmen. 44 and 64 for the Pikes. 125 for the Silver Shield Swordsmen. 104 and 196 for the Thorax Swords. And then 103, 47, 67, 39, 22. Again, I don't know what the funds were. I'm guessing there was maybe 11-7 or like a little bit more than that. Or maybe it was like 16. But yeah, Thurio Spears as a front line is not the best, and neither is Hillman either. not that they're like you can do stuff like I don't know. Again, it's all how you use them. Like Hillman can be good if you can use them properly and if you can get them into the right position. But that's the problem is that they're such a shit unit that they don't last very long. Because they have jabbies, so you can use them for that reason. But they tend to break pretty quick. Oh well, it is what it is, right? Guys, that's gonna be it. Ooh boy, for me today. Ooh. I hope you enjoyed this one. I did for sure. And with that being said, have a good day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching this. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.